like I said, it's always a function of how you grew up. I grew up seeing my dad take care of groceries at home. It didn't change his father figure. It still maintained, I mean, there was still that fear factor about who my father was. Okay. And so coming into marriage, even when I was a presidential staffer, even as a member of parliament today, my wife still sends me the list for groceries. And when I close from work, I go by the mall and pick up the things I need to pick up. Some of the things that they need to pick up at Agbogboshi and things, maybe she will get someone to go get it. But a lot of the basic things you need in the house, toiletries and a few groceries that you can pick up at the mall, I still get the list.
But is that not a traditional male role?
No, normally you would have had women take care of those things. The man is to just give the money. He gives the money, and the woman takes care of those things. I mean, that's not supposed to be his headache. Okay, so I believe that with the evolution of life and what life is, you cannot stick to the traditional roles. Okay, because you see, taking and raising kids, and because I've got 2 young kids, 4 years and 1 year, I see the struggle. I see it up close. I see that it's a full-time job in itself. And many times,
waking them up in the morning alone.
And many times, I mean, people get to gloss over those things. Okay, even if your wife is not working, and she's just stay at home, it's work in itself. It's enough work. The fact that she has to keep the house by the time you get back home. So even if your wife is stay at home, she's working. It is some kind of work. You get it. Now, if your wife is actually doing an 8 to 5 or an 8 to 3 and comes back home and then has to take care of kids and make sure there's meal on the table, I mean, the fact that that in itself is role reversal, because previously you would not have the women actively involved in an 8 to 5. I don't agree with those who say that previously women didn't work and men worked. It's not true. Women worked. They went to the farms with their husbands. That was work.
Women have always worked.
Women have always worked. And so for me, and they've always worked and taken care of the home.
Yeah.
They go to the farm with the husband, come back and cook. But I believe that with the evolution of time and with the kind of world we live in and the kind of pressures that we have now, it's always helpful to have a second stream of income in a home, which a woman provides. Okay? It's also helpful for a man to provide some kind of support. So once in a while, if it's a Saturday and you're not going to work, or a Sunday and you come back from church, and you can easily take care of cooking, okay, on the day, or your wife cooks and you can do the dishes, okay, something that, and I think that at times it has an effect on sex life in a marriage, because imagine your wife has stood on her feet and cooked for 2-3 hours, and then you see she's doing the dishes, and you go in there and you don't take it all over, but maybe she does the dishes and you rinse them off, okay, and you help, and it gets faster for her, and she's able to, you realize that you put her in a certain mood where if you want to go into chambers and have conclave, it's easier.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
Going into chambers
Please,
and having
only
conclave.
Sam George is calling it that.
Oh.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not
Sounding
It sounded
parliamentary.
very
okay,
So make a point.
Would you rather I say if you wanted to curate her?
Oh dear Lord.
Sani efite, Sani efite.
Oh, nah.
Anyway,
Curator, continue.
you know, but the bottom line here is when you do certain things that are non-traditional, when you reverse some of the non-traditional rules, I think that it helps to just bring spice into a relationship.
Right. Now, what you're talking about is balance.